Are you dating an entitled jerk? Well, if you are, you might be dating a narcissist. Here to tell you how to spot the signs of narcissism is Dr. Ramani. Dr. Ramani, thanks for being here to talk to us about dating a narcissist.
My pleasure. Thank you. On my favorite topic.
Why is this your favorite topic?
You know what it is? It's a curiosity to me. I started working with a lot of clients who were, I hate the word victimized, but who were really hurt by these relationships. And I saw a pattern and I thought, wow, we've got to help these people, but in a systematic way. So not only did I really get wedded to helping them, but it all culminated in a book that was meant to help everyone who was struggling with these issues. But it was remarkable to me to look at a narcissistic relationship. In essence, it's like looking into a mirror and nothing's looking back at you. It's terrifying.
Ooh, good metaphor. Should I Stay or Should I Go is your book about narcissism. What defines someone to be a narcissist?
A narcissist is, let's talk about it in terms of sort of the key kinds of pillars, if you will. It's a person who lacks empathy, who's really entitled, meaning that they expect special treatment to be given to them, but nobody else. They're very grandiose. They harbor huge fantasies. They only want to affiliate with people they think are as cool or as interesting as they are. They're very superficial. They're very concerned about their appearance, the appearance of people around them. I always think of them as beautiful facades with not a lot behind them. They don't regulate their emotions very well. They're very prone to throwing tantrums, getting angry very quickly, especially if they don't get their way. And they can be really hypersensitive to criticism. They're willing to dole it out, but they absolutely can't take it. So those are some of the key elements we see in a person who's narcissistic.
And just because someone has one or even maybe two of those doesn't make them a narcissist.
In fact, in my book, I have 30 characteristics I list. So it can go on a ways. I'm just giving you the highlights reel here.
So then how many would I have to be a narcissist?
I would say of that 6 I gave you, I'd expect to see all 6 really to call someone narcissistic. And then the longer list, for example, they tend to be jealous. They engage in something called gaslighting, where they literally doubt your own reality, leaving you feeling like you've gone crazy. They don't tend to be very loyal. They do tend to throw temper tantrums. They get pleasure out of the misery of other people. They're kind of mean.
Let's explain gaslighting a little more. What does that look like?
Gaslighting looks like, literally, like I said, when somebody kind of denies your reality. So you might say something like, I feel really sad that you said that to me. And they'd say something like, you have no right to say that. You have no right to feel that way. Or they'll say something, you'll have an argument with them, and they will have said something terrible to you a couple of days before. And you'll say, listen, when you said, and they'll say, I never said that. And so it's literally like they deny your reality. And when somebody says, I never said that, most normal people tend to question themselves. And so, in fact, I always say one of the ringers that you're in a relationship with a narcissist who's gaslighting you is you start feeling the need to voice record your conversations with them so you can play it back to them. I always say, once you feel like you need voice memos in a relationship, it may be time to get out.
Okay. I have been in a relationship.
A voice memo relationship?
Where I thought, I am going to record our next conversation because you are just not believing that what has been said has been said.
Gaslighting.
Wow, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that person was a narcissist.
No, that can be a part of lots of different
Yes, but it could be a key indicator. Yeah, this is hard for a lot of people, I feel like, because we do, in our society, throw around that term all the time. You know, you get mad at somebody and say, well, they're being a narcissist. Or they want to have dinner at 8, and you're like, well, they're a narcissist. No, they just want to have dinner at 8, you know?
Right.
So these types of factors really help people narrow it in when they're actually dating a narcissist. I'm really curious on when two narcissists date each other. In your practice, you are a clinical psychologist, you've talked to all these people. What does that relationship look like?
It's basically a psychological cage fight. I mean, honestly.
I shouldn't be laughing because this does affect a lot of people.
It's fascinating because what ends up happening is nobody's empathic, nobody's listening. It's like watching 2 3-year-olds playing at a table and they're not playing with each other, right? They're kind of each, how do I look? Do you want to do this? No, I want to do this. It's very, they're kind of playing by themselves. Everything actually goes well for a while because they really only care that the other one looks good, so they can deliver on that.
They only care that the other one looks good because it makes them
look good. So it's like this is like the guy is like, I need a hot girlfriend.
Right.
It's that kind of a model of like, I need to look good, but my partner makes me look good. Wow. So it's almost these larger than life kinds of almost too pretty couples that you sometimes make you wonder, like, why is everyone looking so good
But
here?
don't we want a partner who makes us look good?
No, we want a partner who makes us feel good. There's a difference.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen to that. I get that.
So I think that what ends up happening is that when the first time one person, when there's two narcissists together, frustrates the other, then all hell breaks loose. Okay, so it gets to be when the fireworks go, they go big in these kinds of relationships. I always say, let the narcissists all co-breed, then we can kind of get them out of the normal dating supply. Just don't reproduce.
Just don't reproduce. Okay, so you have these two narcissists that are dating together.
Right.
Have you ever seen a couple, each of them were a narcissist, and they both admitted that they were both narcissists?
Absolutely.
Did those relationships succeed?
No.
No.
No, and I'll tell you what happens is that there's a point at which, I will tell you, there's a number of people I've worked with who've admitted straight up, I'm a narcissist, I know it. And now I can see how it's affecting, usually it'll be kids or family relationships or their intimate relationship. And they'll want to do the work, but then they'll recognize they have an almost childlike want or need for their partner to be something that partner cannot be. And if that other person's also narcissistic, they're never going to change. So it's that's where it all gets stuck. But yeah, I've had plenty of people who are narcissistic admit it straight out and say, how far can we get with this? And
what's the response?
I'm like, by admitting it, we can get a little ways with it, but they'll often acknowledge like, yeah, no, the superficial stuff really matters to me. And as they get older, that's going to be a harder thing to pull. So it really gets, it can get challenging for some of them. People who are narcissistic often feel very empty inside. And that emptiness is a very difficult thing to fill. And even if they meet someone who's not narcissistic and fall in love with them, the problem is that poor person who's not narcissistic will often feel really unheard in that relationship. I've seen it turn a couple of times. It's pretty rare. It's pretty rare.
When you say you've seen it turn, what do you mean?
Like, in other words, that they're able to make a horse race of it. The narcissist stays in therapy. They're chronically encouraged and urged, say, try it this way. Please reflect back their feelings, be present with them, talk to them, but it's effortful for them. Whereas for the rest of us, like, we want to hear from our partners, we're in love with them.
That's right.
We're really rooting for them. This actually takes effort. I've had clients who are narcissistic text me and say, she just said this, what should I say? And I'll say, try this. And they'll do it, and they'll say, oh my God, that worked. And then it's almost like you're giving them a skill and teaching them to practice it. You're teaching them empathy.
Why would somebody be a narcissist? What creates that?
That's a really good question. Narcissists are made. They're not born. And so this is really a byproduct of parenting. This one falls largely on the shoulders of the parents. And listen, I've seen very well-intentioned, good parents wind up with narcissistic kids. Narcissism is really a byproduct of simultaneously overindulging and underindulging a child, which is sort of like, how do you do both? I'll tell you how you do both. You constantly give them credit for just achievements. You make sure that you have the most fabulous sort of family life. Whatever you can afford, you make it that. You focus on their appearance, you focus on their achievements, you focus on, we're going to have the best vacation, you're going to be the best player on the soccer team.
Wait, you're saying they should do these things?
No, that's what they do.
Oh,
so
I understand.
Overindulgence of attention on that. But at the same time, they underindulge that child's emotional world. They don't listen to their feelings. They aren't present with them. It's almost as though it seems at those moments they don't care. That kid's like, hey, Mom, let's play a board game. I can't be bothered. But then when that kid's on the soccer field, that mom's out there number one cheering. When it's their kid with a trophy, it's snap, 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 Instagram, Instagram, Instagram. And so this kid feels valued only really for those exterior kinds of qualities, and they don't learn to cultivate their inner world. In essence, they don't have a good mirror.
And that leads to a life of
It can lead to a life
challenges.
Of that. Yeah, it really can. Like, in essence, if neither parent is available. So you may have the picture perfect family, but if neither parent really is on board with the parenting, present, listening, doing the heavy lifting, the kind of boring part of parenting, that's actually how you prevent narcissism. And on top of that, children learn narcissism by watching it. So if the parent is throwing a fit at a flight attendant, or screaming at their teacher, or screaming at the coach, or storming into the restaurant saying, we don't expect to wait for a table, or why should we have to wait in this line? If the child sees enough of that kind of entitled behavior, they're going to learn to model it. Kids do what they see.
That's right. If the parents who are raising these kids and they're growing up to become narcissists, is it likely that those parents are also narcissists?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Parents who might be having some of their own struggles, for example, they may be distracted due to work, financial problems, or they just really weren't that interested in being parents. Parents, frankly, who are depressed or who may be impaired due to substance use. They may not be able to be present in the same way. That's why it is so critical when parents are experiencing mental health issues that they really do get the help that they need, if for no other reason, to be able to give them some of that uptick to be present for their children, or to draw forth what they need to get that help with their kids, because kids do need that consistency and presence. Now, is that to say that if a child comes from a home where they're not attended to, that's not to say that if a child comes from a home where a parent's absent or is not present or is working really long hours, that they're going to be narcissistic? Absolutely not. This is what we tend to, when we sort of back check it, like we take the narcissist and we look at what their history was, you do tend to see a more of a superficial early environment, but there's a lot of people who come from superficial early environments who don't turn out narcissistic.
Right.
So it does come down to one other issue, which is harder to capture, which is something we call a person's constitution. It's just how they come into the world. And even though they're not born with it, it gets shaped by the world. So some kids are a little sweeter than others. They probably pull for a little more sweetness. Their temperament is shaped by the environment. Sweet kids get more smiles, and kind of grumpy, combative kids, they may get a lot more, stop that, don't do that, and more grumpy faces at them. So those kinds of forces can interact too.
When you are diagnosing, is that the correct word, somebody with narcissism?
Narcissism is a trait.
Right.
It's not a disorder. In fact, there is a disorder called narcissistic personality disorder. I'm not a fan. And the reason I'm not a fan actually relates to some really interesting work done by a guy called Dr. Alan Francis, who is one of the architects of the personality disorder section of the DSM. And he basically made that point of like, a narcissistic personality disorder is a tough one because we really can't diagnose someone for being a jerk. They themselves are not experiencing any subjective distress. A person with depression, anxiety disorder, alcohol abuse, schizophrenia, phobia, on and on. Those people are experiencing discomfort. The narcissistic personality disorder person is often just sort of like a human locust, just kind of creating a swath of destruction, but not really self-reflecting and saying, I'm not happy. What tends to get those folks into therapy is something's going wrong in their life. Their marriage is falling apart, their kids won't speak to them, or they get called out for something at work.
When you are classifying somebody as a narcissist, do you ask them about their family history and look into that composition? So if you do that, if someone's dating a narcissist and they think, all right, this person might be a narcissist, could they also look into that to get some more insight? Okay.
After a while, you get so deep in. I mean, one of the real tricks of a relationship with a narcissist is most people think, if I just love him more, I'm going to turn around. It's the whole Beauty and the Beast fantasy, right? He's a grumpy, narcissistic beast, but if I wear a yellow dress and sing a few songs, we're done. He's going to turn into a prince. And that whole fantasy that the narcissist will turn into a prince or a princess is just that. It's a fantasy. But that can keep people in the game for a really long time. They try everything. They lose weight. They change the color of their hair. They keep the house clean. They try to be nice. They try to watch what they want to watch on TV. They try everything. And what they don't realize is if that other person doesn't want to change, which a narcissist doesn't even think they need to change, they're not going to. And so it's a waste of effort. And it's heartbreaking.
That is my next question. Have you ever met someone who has been classified as a narcissist, then be declassified as a narcissist?
I haven't seen any change.
So once you're a narcissist, that's it.
Yeah, you're kind of in a club. And the difficulty is that it's what we call a rubber band theory. Okay? So if you can stretch a rubber band, and it can become quite long, start at this big and you get it this big. But if I let go, that thing's popping back. So the way, the heartbreak of narcissism is that you can actually train this person to be a little bit more empathic, to not be so jerky and not be so entitled and actually listen to other people. Here's the but. As soon as there's some stress in the system, the workday doesn't go the way they want. They didn't get the raise they hoped for. Their friend buys a bigger house than them. Their kids are behaving badly. They're just simply getting older. Like life isn't going the way they want. They blow again. The rubber band goes right back. And so narcissists don't tend to retain that growth, maybe a tiny bit, but usually not enough for anyone to notice. And I think what's hard is, I always say you can teach a narcissist to show up on time. It's really disrespectful to be late, right? So you can always train them to be on time. What you can't train them to do is listen once they get there. That's what gets tricky. So you can give them the kind of appearance that they're present in the relationship, but they still will lack that empathy. These are sort of core issues. It's really difficult to get a turnaround. There is some interesting work done by a brilliant woman named Dr. Elsa Roningstam, who's at Harvard. And she has published in the literature about the kinds of shifts and changes you can attempt and sometimes achieve in a person with narcissism. And she does talk about the idea of the corrective emotional experience. That the narcissist can meet that person who is just so healthy for them that it'll turn that ship around for them. I think that can happen. I don't think it often does.
I mean, I'm worried about even people hearing that, who might be in a relationship with someone who's narcissistic, hear that one thing that is not probable, although it could happen, it's not probable, but they think I am that 1% or whatever the probability is, and then they end up staying in a relationship that is unhealthy for them for the next 15, 20, 25 years.
And what I tell folks is, what you see is what you get. Okay? If you don't like this relationship today, you got two options if you're with a narcissist. Option number one, get out. And it ain't gonna be pretty. Narcissists do not like to be left. They don't mind leaving, but they do not like to be left. If you're married, the divorce is going to be messy, sloppy, expensive. If you've got kids, custody is going to be nightmarish. I mean, you are walking into a war. It'll be awful. Even if it's a regular kind of a breakup. If you live together, there's going to be lots of drama of who's what and who gets to stay where. So it's gonna be ugly, a breakup. Now that's one option. But some people say, I can't leave. My culture, my religion, I financially count on this person. We've got kids. I don't want to be divorced. I actually kind of still love them. Those are all, or her. These are all great reasons. If you stay, you must manage your expectations. Do not expect that this person's going to become huggy, kissy. I just want to listen to you and hear about your feelings, and I'm going to always be sort of the master of equanimity, and I'm a sweetheart, and I love waiting in line at the airport. Not going to happen. And so if you can manage your expectations and get some of those deeper emotional needs of empathy, respect, mutuality met someplace else. I'm not saying get a lover. I mean, cultivate your friendships. Focus on your healthy people. I always say to everyone, we put 90% of our energy into our dysfunctional relationships and only give 10% to those good, loving people who have our backs. Flip that.
Yes, absolutely.
So don't give your narcissist your A game. Come up with a handful of topics you can talk about where they won't insult you or put you down. Talk about the weather, talk about the neighbor's mailbox. Oh, look, there's a squirrel. Do you like the chickpeas? Like, kind of keep it tight. What these relationships do to people, which makes it hard to mount a good fight, is people who are in relationships with narcissists ultimately always feel like they're not enough. Because if I was enough, he'd be present. If I was enough, he'd love me. If I was enough, he wouldn't cheat on me, and so on and so forth. This has nothing to do with you. It's that they can't regulate their self-esteem. They're the ones who are insecure, and that's the bottom line. Narcissism is a trait that relates solely to insecurity. These are people who are so insecure, they count on the world for validation, desperately in need for validation. That's why they love social media so much. It's like mainlining validation. All I got to do is hang up a picture and somebody likes it. It's like cocaine.
Yeah. It's so great for me to hear that in order to cope with being with a narcissist, that it is not about changing that other person.
No.
And so many people will say, I'm with a narcissist, what can I do to fix him or her? What can I do to change him or her?
Nope.
Don't even try.
No.
You can change all of this, though. You can't change all of yourself. That's really, really excellent. If somebody is deciding to stay in a relationship with a narcissist and they have all these coping skills, what would be your message of encouragement to them?
My message of encouragement would be cultivate those other relationships. okay? Those friends who are there and present for you. Engage in self-care. Make sure you have those things in your life that fill you with meaning and purpose. That could be work, hobby, children, family, community stuff, but you've got to have your go-to because you're probably not getting it in your intimate relationship. I strongly encourage people, if they can manage it, to get into therapy because that often, especially with a therapist who knows narcissism, to get into that therapeutic relationship, to help them with those really dark nights of the soul and those moments of frustration, and also figure out, is there some broken part of themselves that's being validated by being in this relationship? For example, people who are children of narcissistic parents are often quite a bit more likely, I should say, to choose a narcissistic partner. They spent their lifetimes trying to please their mothers and fathers. Now they choose a partner who they can spend the rest of their lives trying to please. It's the same game. And so it's really to maybe do some of that deconstructing in therapy. And then, as always, the overarching recommendation is manage your expectations. Otherwise, your heart is going to break on a daily basis.
Excellent advice. Lots of great takeaways there. Thank you so much for being here. To get more information on mental health, make sure you go to MedCircle.com. You can sign up for a ton of free insight that comes right to your inbox whenever you need it. We'll be right back with Dr. Ramani talking more about the different types of narcissism and also who's more likely to be narcissistic, men, women? That'll be in our next video. Thanks for watching.